Okay, hello everyone. Thank you so much for checking out another one of my YouTube videos. Today we're talking all about wedding albums. It's just going to be, a nice short video. I know wedding albums aren't for everyone, but I just really want to talk about some of the important factors, why I love them so much, why I try and sell them to every couple, and just some of the. And we're going to have a look through some albums as well. So, for me, when I first started out in photography, yes, I always offered albums, of course, but I was doing discs a lot as well. So, every couple got a disc of all their images on. Now, my MacBook doesn't have a disc player anymore. I can't record onto disc. I don't own a DVD player, okay? We're all, Netflix, things like that now, aren't we? And USB, so now I do offer USBs now, but even now, the new MacBooks, have got USB-C, so you have to get an adapter, and it's all just becoming very difficult, and the USBs are going away, and we're going to have a new thing, and then we'll move on to that, and so on. We'll put all our pictures on Facebook, who knows what's happening with that. I just think having an album where everyone, doesn't matter what age, anyone can appreciate, you can just give it to them, they flick through, they're seeing these wedding photos, it's perfectly telling the story of your day. It's 50, 100 images or so of your day from wherever you want it to start to whenever you want it to end, and it looks amazing. So instead of, someone comes around and go, do you want to look at the wedding pictures? Yeah, okay, here's 400 or 500, look at this, the laptop screen, flick through. Yes, that's amazing, and they really, I'm sure, would love to look through them. I just think having an album, something tangible, something that you can hold, and really just, no matter what age you are, can really appreciate a book. I was sort of reminded of this recently, actually, because my girlfriend went away to Kenya. She went away with her mum, so just her and her mum on this like a planned safari trip. She quite likes taking pictures. She took loads of amazing pictures of animals. When she came back, she was like, I'd like to get something for my mum for Christmas. I was thinking about a book, and I was like, yes, this is absolutely perfect. So, I helped her out. We designed this amazing book, printed it, and mum was over the moon. She was like, you know what, we just don't print anything anymore, and looking at it in this and being able to touch it and see it in print is fantastic. It's what pictures were designed for at the end of the day, so I'm just a huge fan. Recently, I've tried to make my pricing so that it works well with albums, and that it actually encourages people to take at least a 10 by 10 or at least an album of some description. I just think even if they're not that bothered, I think they'll realise when they have it. I think as a couple you'll think, actually, I'm really glad we got this album. I also think that your kids, your grandkids, I love looking through my parents' albums. Now, if you've ever looked through, an older wedding album, you see it's one picture to a page, and they're pushed in the page, and they've got them board around them, and they're very traditional, and they're obviously amazing, and fantastic albums. But we kind of do things a little bit differently now. So I think it's worth definitely looking at albums if you're considering one. Have a look at what's on offer, and you'll be amazed. I think at the style now, how they look, very modern. Some amazing covers, everything from linens to all the way up to leathers. We're going to have a look at some today, including parent albums, all different sizes, different materials, and hopefully you'll just see, these are actually really nice, and just having something tangible that'll last forever, that you can pass down through the family, no matter what happens with technology. We've loved books from the beginning, we still love books. What pictures are more important than your wedding pictures? Like, I'd argue probably not many. Pictures of your kids, maybe. There's a few things, but I really love that. The one thing I've tried to do, or I'm saying I'm going to do this year from 2019, is try and print more family books as well. When I go away, me, my son, my girlfriend, whatever, I want to really get some pictures, and I want to print them. I mean, I do take a lot of pictures obviously anyway. I want to just make some books of holidays or trips, or I want more printed photos. That is, it's what they're designed for. And as much as I love sitting looking at a screen all day, I don't, but I would just love, I love having a book and seeing that printed. My son Josh, who's 10 now, he just doesn't really see albums and printed books, and he sees pictures on his on phones, on screens. He just doesn't really see that printed product anymore, and I think we're losing that a little bit. So yeah, let's have a look at some albums. I'm going to talk a bit about them while I show you them. Like I say, there's only a few. It'll just give you a bit of an idea of what's available there now. I do use GF Smith, the album company. They're Yorkshire based, which I really love. So they're handmade in Hull. Absolutely fantastic products. I love, you know, using local products as much as I can, and I am going to go to the factory at some point and get a little video there. Maybe get them on the podcast, one of the someone from the album team, and just talk about, you know, why they love the album so much, or what their current trends are, maybe that they're seeing, what the most popular colours are, or styles. And I want to show you, you know, a bit of the behind the scenes, how they actually make all the albums. So it's going to be really fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. You'll see that obviously on the YouTube channel at some point, so keep an eye out for that. If you are interested in albums, stick around because we're going to look through some now. Okay, so you can see here, this is, you know, kind of one of my, I absolutely love this like linen cover. I don't know how well you can see this, but we've got, you know, this rose gold kind of embossing on here. So you've got a name and the date on there. It's like a dark grey linen. 30 pages in here, so you can see roughly how thick that is. I absolutely love this album. It's a 10 by 10. So you can see it's, you know, reasonable, really nice size actually, to be honest, one of my favourite sizes. If we open it up, you can see the great thing with these, like how the albums are now, is you're printed directly onto the page. You can see you can go all the way to the edges with these prints, full pages. You can also make these nice designs. We've got small images on one side, larger image on the other. You can see, you know, it just looks, well, I just think really, really nice. See, the pages are thick, they're rigid, so you've got good solid pages here. Again, certainly with my couples, I get you to pick the images, and then what I do is I say, look, this is a design, I send it out to you online, you flick through, you pick your images, so there's really no, you know, you pick the design, you pick the images, so it's really completely up to you how you want it to look. Again, you can get these full, like I say, bleeds. Here's the center crease. You obviously can't see it at all. Fits in really nicely with these. It just completely, you know, is lay flat from cover to cover, which I really, really like. Even these pages, which are like the really nice, like matte Fuji paper, absolutely fantastic. So that is a 10 by 10. I absolutely love that album. Let's get rid of that. Parent albums. So this, you can see obviously it's a lot smaller. This is a 6 by 6. You can see the deboss in there. So rather than having that rose gold, it's kind of a just stamped straight into that leather cover. This is a genuine leather cover here. Again, you can see that this is a genuine leather again, pale blue, really, really nice. And you can see what we do basically with these 6 by 6s is they're an identical copy of the main album. We'll look at the main album for this one in a second. They're identical copies. Okay, you can see everything is the same. It's just obviously smaller. It's a 6 by 6. Great gift for, you know, great gifts for parents, for guests, for, you know, family members. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely love these. They're so small, so handy. You can just do anything with them. Let's move that out of the way. And then the final album I want to talk about, just to give you an idea of a good range then, is this this one. So this is a 12 by 12. It's a genuine leather cover. Again, it's a beige one. So this is the same album as that one. We've just looked at the parent one. You can see the deboss there, Katie and Dom. The same leather cover, but it's obviously got a different cover colour on there. So you can have the parent covers in any sort of any one you want. Okay, this has actually got a velvet paper in. It's absolutely like so smooth to the touch. Really, really nice paper. And again, you can see exactly the same principle. It's completely lay flat. So you can have images that go directly over the crease like this. Really, really nice. Absolutely like, love this wedding. So there's 40 pages in this one, so 10 more than that 10 by 10. So you can see this is quite a heavy, thick album, but I absolutely love it. It's just, yeah, I just really like the way it looks and feels. I like the beige cover as well, but I am a fan of the genuine leathers, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully this gives you, it does give you a bit of an idea. Like, obviously you're going to see these in person if you come and have a meeting with me anyway, or whoever, whoever's albums you're looking at, just have a good look through. But I absolutely love these albums. So this is pretty solid. Don't know how well you can see that, but you can see it's fairly, it's a fairly thick, good sized album there. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Like, I love talking about albums. I can talk about them all day long. Obviously, I always take a good few albums to any client meetings. I really love being able to just look at them, see them, even smell them if you're into that. I don't know, but the real leather just so nice. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed like looking through them. I hope that kind of made sense. If you do have any questions though, please, you know, drop comments below. Drop me an email. The links are all below. Links to GF Smith as well if you want to have a look at their stuff. And again, any questions as always, just let me know. Thanks again for tuning in. Like I say, I'm going to try and get a few more videos out, at least every Friday, talk about my new series, 5 Image Friday. It's going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks. I'm just going to pick 5 images from a recent wedding or 5 of my favourite images from the past. Just talk about why I love them so much, not always the ones everyone else loves as much, just why, you know, why I love them, what's the story behind them. So hopefully that'll be interesting. And like I say, stay tuned for that video with GF Smith. I'm going to have a look at their factory and the process of the albums and all that handmade amazingness. I can't wait anyway. So stay tuned for that. Thanks again. Bye.